personally give to you. Present. Ah. Although we've stopped our arms dealing, we still have the most advanced workshops. And as a longtime fan, we want to gift you a main weapon you can use. Will you accept it? Ah, I remember now. Looks like they really went and made me a main weapon after saying all that. Haha, that price is nothing if they can invite you with it, Mr. Seomoon, but I'm too busy to go overseas right now. I'm thinking of increasing the number of players I have before the second half starts. Oh, are you looking for players to recruit into YSM? I think I can help you with that. We're not at the level where we can ask a big shot agent like you to help us. Right now, we're playing at a friendly neighborhood soccer competition. And I don't have money. That's unfortunate. Then, how about looking for them in Paris? Korea allows you to maintain up to 5 foreign players on each team. France has many more clubs and players compared to Korea. If you look for them, wouldn't you be able to bring back a few decent players at a good rate? It'll also be a good experience as a club owner to see the level at which the French league plays at. Foreign recruitment. That sounds pretty good. France, Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport. Wow, it's been a while since I've been to Paris. It would have been nice if Jiho came with us. It can't be helped, since he's busy with his work. We'll let the busy guy stay back at home, and we can go have fun looking at houses that Haeyeon will live in now. But, these damned reporters are the same, no matter what country. Over here. That guy's the main culprit. I was wondering why there were so many reporters here, but it's because of you. Why did the club owner come here personally? That's because I'm the one responsible for our player management. And isn't it good for a new player like Miss Haeyeon to get a lot of attention? TCH, you're not wrong. Then since you're here, how about an interview for your lovely niece? This sly bastard, Monsieur Seomoon. This is your first international visit after your return. How does it feel? It's good. I've only ever visited because of dungeons, so this is my first time coming here for a normal trip. Is this an exchange because of your personal friendship with the Moro brothers? Or do you have any intention of being a player for Paris Lumiere? Although I was given the offer, I currently have no intentions. I've only come here today to cheer for my niece. Then, since you've come to France anyway, do you have any plans to meet with your fellow 7 hero, Eric Thuram? I heard that guy's living in the countryside somewhere, living a good life after meeting a smart wife or something. Informant, Baek Jiho. It'll be difficult to go all the way there since my stay will be short and I have things to do afterward. Well, if he comes to Paris himself, I do want to meet him again. That guy is really naive, so I thought he would be homeless after getting his fortune scammed from him. Pfft. Yob. What? Eric, what is it? Eric Thuram, unemployed, 7 heroes. Yob is in France. Eric. Where are you going? I've got something urgent to do, so I'll return to France. Let's fish some other time. What do you mean, France? We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, Paris Lumiere Clubhouse. My. It's great to have you here. For the day that Mr. Seomoon Yob visits our club to arrive. Yeah. It's good to see you too. Since you're here, it would be amazing if you could contract with us, Mr. Seomoon Yob. Awkward haha, my niece will be playing in my stead, so please look after her. Of course. How could we not? But how about taking the physical test as well, Mr. Seomoon Yob? It must have been quite a while since you've tested, so we'll precisely measure it for you. And since you're here, could you sign my copy of Seomoon Yob's Heroics? The Seomoon Yob special exhibit that we oversee is going to open soon, so it would be amazing if you could come and maybe if our filming crew could make a record of your visit to Paris this time. That's enough. We knew you would be like that, so we've prepared right here. Please come this way. Miss Haeyeon, is anything uncomfortable? He's asking if you're comfortable. Yes. Then, we'll jump right into the physical test. He's saying the test will start now. Please defeat all the monsters that are summoned in front of you. He said to beat them all up. Time limit will be 1 minute. Within 1 minute. Test end. Ah, that was fun. Record, 22 seconds. I trained a lot this whole time. My. Your movements are more excellent than we expected, Miss Hei-Eon. Let's sign right now. Of course she'd be better than expected. At 24 years old, she would be in her growth period as a superhuman. Target Beck Hei-Eon, human, 72 80 seconds 90/90 94 95 67 80ths 81 81st 70 75ths Aura superpower 67 60ths teleportation rope strength dexterity speed. Endurance willpower skill. Since I've given her the perfect prescription. The coaches here should be pretty good, so she should be able to fill up her strength, endurance, and skill to the limit. Although her skill and aura are a bit low, her superpowers are good. It's definitely possible for her to take a spot on the starting lineup. They've recruited a player of this caliber for only 4 million euros. Asterisk 4.16 million US dollars. You were lucky in your recruitment, you punks. Is it here, the place that Mr. Seomoon is? Oh my. He's handsome. Huh. That person is. That guy is definitely. So, the thing is, there is a top 3 for the best players in Battlefield. I was wondering, since they say he's as fast as Jiho in his prime. There won't be many people who could be as fast as Jiho in his prime with his 100 dexterity. There won't be many people who could be as fast as Jiho in his prime with his 100 dexterity. I didn't expect to meet like this. Nathan Burner. After Seomoon Yob and the 7 heroes completed their raid on the final dungeon, many superhumans gave up their weapons and started to retire as the underground war came to an end. During that wave, a sport for superhumans appeared, Battlefield. It brought back many superhumans in front of the masses once more. And not long after, questions started to spark. Seomoon Yob, current strongest. For this most exciting question in the greatest entertainment in the modern age, many names have been brought forward. But there was one person who was always brought up in every debate. The ace of the French national team. The ace of the third strongest team, third in the world, Paris Lumiere. 2021 Player of the Year, Nathan Burner. Oh, Nathan. Today's a day off for you. What are you here for? Why do you ask that? Of course I'm here to see Mr. Seomoon. What's with this brat? Why is he looking at me like that? Also, I wanted to welcome our new teammate. Bonjour, ahaha. Mom, what did he say? My, I don't know French either. Oh my, look at his eyes. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Seomoon. He seems like a polite kid, unlike Walker. I don't know why he looked at me like that earlier. But since he'll be Haen's teammate, I shouldn't be too mean. Sneak attack. Who do you think I am? WH What's with this burdensome guy? I truly welcome you to Paris, Seomoon. Yeah, thanks. It's been a long while since I've been this baffled. I'm sorry for not introducing myself. I know. Nathan Burner. I've seen your match VODs. You're pretty skilled. It's a bit embarrassing to be praised like that by someone I've looked up to since I was a kid. Compared to you, I've still got a long way to go. Who can I praise if I don't praise you? I didn't think an opportunity to see you like this. Target Nathan Burner, human, strength 83 95ths dexterity speed 95 95ths endurance 81 83rds willpower 87 92 skill 90 95ths aura 91 91 superpower clone consumes half of the user's aura to split the body into 2. Regain 30% aura after recombining. When one half dies, the other will take damage and disperse, leaving only 10% aura. Excluding endurance, his potential is over 90 for all of them. His superpower's stupid as hell too. After he uses that superpower, this cheat of a stat pack increases to 2. Clone consumes half of the user's aura to split the body into two. Regain 30% aura after recombining. When one half dies, the other will take damage and disperse, leaving only 10% aura. Since the aura will be split between the two, the strength of the attack would be cut in half as well. But since his other stats are like that, it's not a big problem. This is insane. Endurance 81-85, willpower 87-92, skill 90-95, aura 91-91, superpower clone, and he still has room for growth in his skill. If it's this much, he's better than Jiho back in his prime. With that much technique, he should be pretty proficient at joint attacks with just his clone. Endurance isn't that much of a weakness either. The average endurance potential in the KB1 League is 75, which is higher than the average endurance of the Korean First Division League tanks. What would happen if you were to go up against Gerald Walker after he finishes growing? That guy's strength and endurance are both 100 and even has a potential dexterity of 96 with that body. That fight might be pretty entertaining to watch. So this is why people are so invested in Battlefield. But if this guy fights against that guy, who will win? It's a normal thing to be curious about. Seo Mun. Have you made up with Gerald Walker yet? Why so suddenly? Ever since he came back from Korea, he's been going around praising you. Didn't you two fight each other not long ago? Fight? I just showed him his true level. What? He was messing around even though he was younger than me, so I gave him a hand. After that, in my benevolence, I gave him $1 million advice as well. The news doesn't tell us about the wins and losses. So it didn't just end after a few spars. Yeah. I didn't go for the kill, but I won. Seo Mun, is it really possible to win against him one-on-one? What's not possible about it? He's still just human. HAA. To show your skills and give precious advice to a young lamb who doubted you. I knew that Walker's skills have improved a lot recently. But to make a player who may become your opponent later even stronger, that truly is the confidence of the hero who saved the world. What are you doing? Seo Mun Yeep really is the best. Seo Mun Yeep. Stop attacking me with your shiny heads, you punks. He won against Walker. Even I try to avoid a one-on-one against Walker as much as possible. Although it's strategically unsound for a melee dealer to face against the tank anyway, it's hard for me to be 100% certain that I would win if I were to go all out in a fight against him without time and environmental constraints. Just how much stronger is Seo Mun Yeep? I thought it would be impossible to fight against him since he was already a dead man, but he returned alive. So I want to fight him no matter what. That brat, those eyes. Looking at him, I can tell he's seduced a ton of girls just with those eyes. Hey Eon, be careful of him. He'll probably have a lot of girls around him. You're worrying about nothing, uncle. He's not my type. Then what is your type? I want a guy who's a bit rough but intrepid. Rough and intrepid. Don't those guys get in trouble a lot? It's the men who get in trouble a little who accomplish big things. After you live a bit more, a thoughtful person like your father is, alright, whatever. I'll deal with my love life myself. Rough and intrepid, but I don't think it's a good idea to be with a bastard like Walker. I'll go with Mom to do some shopping, uncle. I'll buy your stuff as well, so look forward to it. Don't worry, Seo Mun. I'll be personally escorting these two. Yeah, I'll leave it to you. I'm worried about you the most, but I really got saved by that guy. As I thought, going shopping is a bit. Then, should we start moving to the workshop as well? The item that we need to give to Mr. Seo Mun Yeep is. Alright, lead me there. The owners are here, but no one's paying them any attention. It's a good environment. These are the weapons created in our workshop. Oh, this is pretty good. I've used all sorts of weapons, from the worst to the best, since I was young. They're good enough to be proud about. As expected, you can immediately see their quality. It's pretty good, right? Before the weapons market got big again with the creation of Battlefield, we were losing a sizable amount of money because of the workshop. But thanks to maintaining the workshop, we were able to create the best battlefield gear in the world. Although we were just trying to take care of the masters that worked with us our whole lives, we were able to turn misfortune into advantage. An incredible windfall. The ones who are bound to succeed really do succeed in everything. Thanks to that, we are now able to gift you a main weapon that you can use, Mr. Seoman Yeep. We are very happy that a day like this could come. Seoman Yeep. Oh, is this my spear? Yes, please see how it feels, but how do you extend it? I don't see a button. Try putting your aura into the spear. Aura. Of course, the folding spear that you used before is an impressive item, but this spear was created using the newest materials and all the skills of our master craftsmen in our workshop. Of course, since a lot of detailed work has gone into it, it will be a little bit less durable than your previous items. But you will use a cloned fake item inside the fake dungeons in Battlefield. Anyway, well, it's not like there are dungeons nowadays anyway, there won't be a case to use it in real life. It reverted since I retracted my aura. I should be able to use it forever if I take care of it well. And I do love that it's more transportable as well. You made it to this degree just for a present for me. Even I'm feeling a little sorry. There's no need for that. Of course, it's created for Mr. Seoman Yeep, but it won't be used only by Mr. Seoman Yeep. If it's a spear that is used by Mr. Seoman Yeep, even replicas would get sold like they got wings. In other words, the weapon that we are providing you is to sponsor you, Mr. Seoman Yeep. Then there was no reason for me to be thankful to you, of course. That's why we calculated your sponsorship pay. It will be of great profit for us as well if you agree to this sponsorship. So if you accept, we will pay you 1.5 million euros per year for 5 years as sponsorship fee. If you appear in a match, be it official or not, we will pay you an additional 3 million euros per game you play. How about it? I'll take it. As club owner Seoman Yeep, it was too much money to decline. Article 2 Section 1, the contractee will take care of the weapon and not discard it. Do you remember that part? Of course, I'll take good care of it. Why would I throw it away? You're currently not a battlefield player, correct? Huh. Well, yeah, but the weapons that superhumans currently use can only be held by battlefield players after they register it. I don't care. I have immunity, so it doesn't matter. Of course, you may have immunity, but the weapon won't get past customs. What? Then what am I supposed to do? Even I don't want to brute force my way through customs if I can help it. Beck Jetto and old man Jean-Tay will make a fuss about it. Don't worry, there is a very easy solution to this. Yes, yes. Super easy. What is it? If you can't take it because you're not a battlefield player, then you just need to become a battlefield player. Superhuman battlefield uncle. We're back. Look at this. I got something for you as well. Hey Ian, you're here. Uncle, what's wrong? A few hours ago, it's very easy to become a battlefield player. Register in your own country's Battlefield Association. 2. Register in the World Battlefield Association. Additionally, since the player registry of each nation is managed by the World Battlefield Association, it doesn't matter which country you register as a player from. Which means, you can register as a player in France and then register your weapon to get through customs. Since you've already registered your avatar before, a proxy can sign up for you as well. Just give us the word, and we'll send someone to the association. You snake bastards. This was your plan from the start, wasn't it? No need to say it twice. Because of these octopus looking. It's not like you didn't know we were up to something, right? It's a skill of the trade to make you fall for it even when you know about it. I want to smash their heads like drums. And it's not like you'll suddenly have restrictions or duties after registering to the association. Rather, you'll have the choice of playing in a game if you want to in the future. No matter how you look at it, you won't lose anything, Mr. Seomun Yeep. Would we really put you in harm's way? The world's biggest Seomun Yeep fans. The ones who have the Seomun Yeep collection room. The Moro brothers won Seomun Yeep's car in a charity auction. In the auction for your item 17 years ago, Day 4 and Day 5 went into the dungeon again as always. It was just me again. We even bought the diary that you stopped using after 4 days. Fuck, my diary, go grab your guy, you disgusting bastards. I was gonna go into amateur matches once in a while if I needed to, but I ended up registering as an actual player. Wow, congrats on your sponsorship, uncle. You even registered. You're practically a pro player now. It's not like I have things I need to do now after registering as a player, but it feels shit to be done in by those octopuses. Mr. Seomun Yeep, since you're a player now anyway. How about signing with Paris Lumiere? You wanna get hit by my new weapon? I think it'd be kinda cool for you to play on my team as a player, uncle. I want to try matching plays with you. Just like how Dad did back in the day. Back in the day. It's only been a few months for me, though. Seomun, I heard you got a new weapon. Ah, it's you, Nathan. Yeah, your baldies gave it to me. Then how about giving it a test? We fortunately have mock battle training tomorrow morning. Aren't you on your break right now? Yes, but since next season is approaching, I train at least twice a week to maintain my battle senses. How about it? I think it'll be fun if you participate as well. This guy, he's not hiding his competitiveness at all. What a funny kid. Alright, let's go for a round. Paris Lumiere Clubhouse. Our break's nearly over soon. Shouldn't I do something so I can say I had a good break? Give up. It's not time to play around anymore. Is Louis not coming in today? Yeah, he said he needed to get his counseling today. Phew, I'll get them all. Relax your eyes, Heian. You'll look like a bumpkin if you're the only one raring to go. Did I do that? Yeah. How are you the same as your dad? The first time that guy went into a dungeon, he was also super tense. Like he needed to piss and then fainted after 10 minutes. He's lucky he didn't piss himself. Hee, what the hell's with that? That's so embarrassing. Look at everyone. They're all relaxed. Oh, who's that? It's Seomun Yeep. I saw on the news that he's in Paris. So he really was here. So that person is the strongest life form on the planet? Since he's an immortal now, there's no point debating it. So the club owners finally brought him here after all that. They talked about him so much. Everyone's in a stir, looking at Uncle. I should watch Reply 1996 today. Yeah, don't get tense. My dad is Baek Jiho, and my uncle is Seomun Yeep. What other player is as gifted as I am? Hey, Seomun. What? I am Chich Lucas, the main tank of Paris Lumiere. So what? If he's provoking me, then, please sign here. Seomun Yeep be happy. Also, this is my niece, please treat her well. Seomun Yeep be happy. Bibanjuru. Okay, got it. Baek Heian. Let's get along. His first impression is a bit rough, but his personality seems pretty good. And I should tell Heian that she should get friendly with that guy. Seomun Yeep be happy. That guy's stats are monstrous. Target, Chich Lucas, human. Strength 90-90, Dexterity 93-93, Speed 91-97, Endurance 89-95, Willpower 86-91, Aura 82-82, Superpower, Regenerate, Resist Blessing of Verdure. Skill, Regenerate Wounds. Resist all illness and curses. Although Nathan is this team's ace, the one who's impossible to deal with is Chich Lucas. From what I can tell, he just got pushed off because of marketing, but he's someone who can definitely compete in the top 3 like Nathan or Walker. And his speed is 97. He can get faster than Nathan. He would have done well even if he wasn't a tank but a melee dealer. Of course, all his superpowers are specialized for tanking. Blessing of verdure increases the growth rate and life force of plants. But what's this blessing of verdure? If he has a separate superpower for this, does he like plants? Mr. Seoman, have you already spoken to Chich? Ah, you're here. Chich Lucas is an incredible player. Outside his player career, he leads a charity group that protects the trees of the world. Doing more than just battlefield is already too much for me. Aha, so that's why he had that. Besides that, your expression seems bright. Looks like something good happened. Aha, is it really that obvious? I can't control my expression now that my dream might come true. Dream? I've always wanted to exceed you. The hero who saved the world. As a superhuman of the next generation, you weren't only the target of my respect, but also a wall that needed to be surpassed. Seoman Yeep, 1976 to 2005, but you died in the final dungeon. So I thought it would only be a dream that I would never fulfill. But right now, you returned and are now standing in front of me. Huh, so you'll defeat me? Well, humans are mammals who dream. While I live, I will always strive for it. I'll also do my best in my battle against you today. Welcome. I'm the coach of Paris Lumiere BC, Du Bois Gopin. Let's go straight to making the teams. Let's see. Normally, our two main chariots, Chich and Nathan, make their teams. But since we have a special guest today, Seoman and Nathan, could you make your teams? Wait, make my team. How? Do we balance out the strengths and positions? Ah, not at all. Our Paris Lumiere have a very special method of making our mock game teams. What? If something like that exists, I'll need to learn it and take it home. Rock, paper, scissors. Team Seoman Yeep, 1, Seoman Yeep, T, 2. Chich Lucas, T, 3. Louis Siegel, R, 4. Alexander Moody, S, 5. Cindy N, T, 6. Benedict Holler, R, 7. Lucas Silly, M, 8. Beck Hei Eon, M, 9. Du Bois Shu, R, 10. Lipon Sor, M, 11. Anthony Madian, T. Team Nathan, 1, Nathan Berner, M, 2. Jack Jones, T, 3. Woody Adelson, S, 4. Gabriella Anna, R, 5. Paul Bryant, T, 6. Sophie Parahi, T, 7. Rudy Ali, M, 8. Alphonse Saley, M, 9. Pio Limoi, R, 10. Muhibi Kunta, R, 11. Mike Rope, S. Alright, two beautiful teams have been created then, soldiers, let's play. A wide, open temple where you can immediately see the other team. So it's a training dungeon made for a single, all-out brawl. A dungeon where you can't utilize the difference in terrain. Aren't they too obvious in trying to pit me directly against Nathan? Well, Paris Lumiere BC, of course I will. Alright. Now, you'll have 30 seconds to strategize your formations. I'll shout the countdown 5 seconds before the battle starts. Get to it. Alright, let's figure out the positions. Eyes of analysis. Firstly, Chich. You'll be the main tank. Alright. You should be pretty familiar with it. Blondie, you'll be the frontline tank. And you will be the sub-tank. Fill in the spots between the main tank and frontline tank. We'll act around our frontline tank. And while our main tank acts aggressively, we'll change our formation depending on the situation. Seoman, what? I just thought that you know our team really well. What you just said is our normal brawl formation. You even picked out the players perfectly. I'd believe you if you said you were interested in Paris Lumiere. Well, I've studied up at least this much. Lie. And treat it as if I'm not here. I'll mark Nathan. He'll definitely do the same. Oh ho. A one-on-one between Nathan and Seo Mun Yeep. I'm looking forward to this too much. Will I be able to pay attention to the actual match? Understood, Seo Mun. With this, the positions are set decently enough. I should look at my opponent. Twin daggers for weapons, it's a really annoying weapon to face up against. I have a method of dealing with it. When people use twin daggers, they usually have a higher attack rate with their dominant hand. The other hand is only used as support. It may look random, but they have a set moveset and breathing pattern. I'm curious, Nathan. Are you left-handed or right-handed? Starting the countdown. 5, 4. Battle, start. Come at me, punk. But, club owner. Does Mr. Seo Mun know that Nathan is innately ambidextrous? Well, he wouldn't know if he didn't go out of his way to find out. He probably won't, brother. There was no need for Mr. Seo Mun to go look for it. Ho, then it may be difficult for him to face Nathan. The patterns of Nathan's twin daggers switch around whenever, so the moment he thinks he figured out the pattern, his head will go flying. That's why it's actually the players with good observational skills that face a worse defeat. On top of that, his superpower, clone, increases the directions of his attacks to 4. My. Will we get a chance to promote Nathan as someone who defeated Seo Mun Yeep? His spear will come flying if the distance between us increases. Close the gap. Full body feint. He really is fast. CM. Throw. Each. I can't give him any breaks. An opening. Now. He blocked it. Your reactions are pretty good. That calmness, he didn't react to the attack. He showed an opening on purpose. My speed is greater. If I turn this into a battle of speed, I can hear you scheming from all the way here, you brat. This is fun. You want to battle with weapon techniques? You cute little bastard. Alright, let's go. Incredible offensive. The combination of his spear and shield is like that of flowing water. Guarding against the spear will get me struck, and guarding against the shield will get me skewered. On top of that, he doesn't allow me to leave his attack range while also maintaining a distance that's awkward for me to attack. As expected of Seo Mun Yeep. What godlike skill. I'll need to be able to attack to turn the flow of battle in my favor. What? You're already done. The openings on him aren't real openings. As I thought, it's still not enough to defeat him with only me. Then let's pull that out. So he finally used it. Clone consumes half of the user's aura to split the body into two. Regain 30% aura after recombining. When one half dies, the other will take damage and disperse, leaving only 10% aura. Clone. He's beating Nathan in terms of weapon techniques. Wow, Nathan's considered the best in the world. It's like Seo Mun Yeep's spearmanship is on par with the gods. There is another interesting factor. Seo Mun Yeep probably wouldn't have prepared for the spar at all. During the Underground War, he was someone who battled against monsters and underworlders. So there's no way he would have learned how to fight against humans. On the contrary, Nathan is a pro in combat who has studied and trained only to win against humans. Even then, for the outcome to be like this, after reaching the true pinnacle of power, it probably won't matter who you fight, be they monsters or humans. He has reached that point. Yes. But Nathan has now used his clone. The battle should change a lot now. Moreover, he's fighting 2 versus 1 against an excellent opponent during an unfamiliar spar and facing 4 daggers that show no openings. A wave of unfamiliar attacks will befall Seo Mun-yeep now. From now on, it'll definitely not be easy, even for him. This is a first. Others would have been too busy trying to put distance between us as fast as possible, but Seo Mun-yeep has been blocking all of my consecutive attacks. I attacked tens and hundreds of times, but not a single one of them was an actual hit. I'm already going all out, but he can still do this against me. Is this really? A human, Hugh. I can't see even a single way of winning. But the marks of battle on the ground that were created as he was pushed back are telling me something. Seo Mun-yeep is definitely having a hard time in this situation as well. Maybe not in terms of skills, but in regards to superpower and speed, I am superior. An opportunity will arise if I keep pushing, but that relaxed expression, he might be hiding something. How admirable, Paris Lumiere BC as expected, Seo Mun-yeep is amazing. This Nathan kid, he's stronger than I thought. I could pin him with skills in a 1 versus 1, but after he used clone, the patterns in his attacks increased exponentially. This will definitely become a long drawn-out battle, but the problem is that as the one with less information, I'm at a bigger disadvantage the longer we fight. That guy definitely knows me well, but I can only get information about him during our fight right now. The timing between the joint attacks with his real body and his clone are perfect. Since he can use his right and left hand as he pleases, there isn't a delay either. Focus, Seo Mun-yeep. That guy isn't a random mob, but a strong opponent. Hugh. I can't neither match his speed, nor figure out his pattern, then, alright. Let's roll the dice. Come at me, you punk. He dodged that attack. But you're in big trouble if you forget. I am too. Seo Mun-yeep's right arm. With this, Nathan's victory is. Thank you, Nathan. I trusted that you would attack no matter the circumstance. If it was you, who wanted to fight against me that much, I believed that you would let down your guard for a second after you think you landed the final blow. If I aimed for that tiny opening, I'd be able to attack someone who's much faster than me. Thanks for moving like I thought, man. No, Seo Mun. The battle hasn't ended yet. Then, let's call it a draw this time. But my team won. Even if you were that excited, you should have remembered that this is a team battle. Team Seo Mun-yeep wins. Sheesh, it's more intense than I thought. Seo Mun. Did you give up your right arm on purpose? Ah, if I was gonna catch an annoying thing like a clone, that much is a given. Well, it was a gamble as well. Ha, as I thought, it's definitely my loss, without knowing that, An incredible performance from you too. Oh, aren't you the head coach? You marked Nathan in a 2 versus 1 even after he used clone. Amazing. You didn't have information on him beforehand either. Before that, there's another round, right? Yes. There will be. Right. Then let's settle this properly. That was pretty fun. An ambidextrous dual wielder. I think I'll be close to knowing something if I just watch it one more time before I battle again. Ho ho. You want to review your battle with Nathan? Since you attended the practice match, that's the least I can do. Follow me. Paris Lumiere BC Game Analysis Room. Welcome, everyone. Good work on the practice match. You are. I thought you were a coach since you came with the head coach. This is Gabriel Sana. He helps in analysis of the games. He was the head coach of our club's reserve team before. He returned not long ago. Hello, Mr. Sioman Yeep. Ah, hello. Eyes of analysis. Target Gabriel Sana, human, strength 37 to 64, dexterity 44.72, speed 45 to 6, endurance 35 to 59, willpower 40-87, skill 63 to 90 or a 70 to 70, superpower focus. So you're a superhuman, but it doesn't look like you're a player? Target Gabriel Sana, human, strength 37 to 64, dexterity 44 to 72, speed 45 to 6, endurance 35 to 59. His stats are a bit lacking to be a player in a country like France. That's right. You're as sharp-sighted as the rumors say. My eyes are pretty good. So, what does the game analysis room do? Do we rewatch the game footage or something? It's not that unstructured, so you don't have to worry. Unlike during the Underground War, the analysis of Battlefield is done using a much more advanced method. Superhuman Analysis System, or SAS. It's a program that records all the information about the match through the equipment connected to the module. It lets us digitize the player's individual abilities and their points of improvement. Data doesn't lie. The era of judging with only our eyes has passed. Nowadays, all big clubs are using SAS. Well, back in the day, a superhuman with good insight could earn a ton of money nurturing superhumans and taking dungeon orders. Superhuman with good insight? Yes, you can only see what you know. The difference between the teams who use it and the teams who don't are quite substantial. Using SAS, not using SAS, huh? Did you guys make this device? Not at all. This is a program on the market. Of course, the price for the software and the additional module attachments are quite expensive. How much? If you want all the functions, it'll be about 2.5 million euros. It'll also cost you a bit to get a coach that knows how to use the program perfectly. Damn, that's expensive. Well, since I have eyes of analysis, I don't particularly need it, but it'll be quite beneficial to my team's coaches. If we get panoramic data on the players, head coach Choi Dongjun might stop saying nonsense like that. Mentality makes a superhuman. But I don't really want to spend 2.5 million euros on shutting up our Lil Dongjun. Ah, right. Oi, Octopus Brothers. You guys want to make a deal with me? A deal? I'll give you guys my battle data. You guys can give me this program. Introduce me to someone who can use it as well. I know that my battle data is worth at least this much. Sioman Yeep's data. It'll be a big help to the players who use the same weapon. And Sioman Yeep collection. We don't have any videos in our collection that gives us that much information about him. As fans of Sioman Yeep, we can't let this chance slip by. Okay. We can't miss an opportunity to get to know you better, Mr. Sioman Yeep. Okay, I'll fight seriously for you guys. Look forward to it. Paris Lumiere BC, the second battle will be much more interesting. Looks like I'll be able to get a lot of things from France. Main weapon, the match analysis program, and a coach as well, although I was done in by those. But it definitely feels different fighting against humans. No, rather than who I fight, it might be different since it's a sport and we're not trying to kill each other for our survival. Who would have known that I would fight in such a peaceful battle? You live and learn, I guess. But still, the battle against Nathan was pretty fun. I felt the tension of combat for the first time since I returned. He was an opponent that required me to carefully consider each and every move. He's no doubt the strongest superhuman I've met so far. But even then, I can't lose to a brat like that. Target Sioman Yeep, human, strength 79 to 79, dexterity 97-97, speed, endurance, willpower, skill, aura 76-77, 91 to 91, superpower, eyes of analysis, throw immortal. Amplify. Since Nathan is superior in speed and strength, distance should be, what's this? Amplify, choose an ability you possess and amplify its capability. Plus 10 when choosing a talent. Improves ability when choosing superpower. I haven't seen this superpower before. Superpower. Even now, there still isn't much that is known. However, through the birth of many superhumans, some things were proven to be true. The superpowers of superhumans would manifest themselves depending on the individual's natural disposition, or would sometimes manifest when aura reacts to an intense experience. Seo Mun Yeep, you piece of shit. 1 year ago, before Seo Mun Yeep escaped the orphanage, he had heard that sentence hundreds and thousands of times. Just like the scars on his body that refused to fade, those words still echoed inside his head. The director will go through this path when he wants to come to the orphanage. Here he comes. It's that bastard's car. But Seo Mun Yeep immediately knew when he succeeded in his revenge. The fact that even he was capable of smiling. Amplify. Was it created when I was focusing while fighting Nathan? It could also be because of the effect of my 110 willpower. Wasn't 100 the maximum limit for a talent for humans? Focus, Seo Mun Yeep. That guy isn't a random mob, but a strong opponent. Focusing to that extent could also be called an intense experience. But, more than that, isn't this superpower insane? Amplify, choose an ability you possess and amplify its capability. Plus 10 when choosing a talent. Improves ability when choosing superpower. Target Seo Mun Yeep, human, strength 79-79, dexterity 97-97, speed 76-77, endurance 91-91, willpower, skill, aura of analysis. After using the power, I could get 107 dexterity, 110 skill, or even 110 aura. I can even boost up the relatively weak strength and speed stats. I want to experiment a little. Since I have a perfect opponent like Nathan, in the next battle, Uncle. Fuck, what? It's you, Heian. Heian, I don't think I asked you. How was it? I couldn't see properly since I was fighting Nathan. I gave one assist and then died. What? How? I got greedy for a kill and teleported in. Then. We had a saying back in the day. Teleporting forward means death. You teleported forward. You need. On top of that, those guys aren't half-baked like those in our country. They're world-class. Always leave teleport as an escape tool. Yeah. I'll do that from now on. Hey, don't feel so down. A melee dealer who doesn't engage is more useless than a support without a superpower. I got it, Uncle, but will you be fine in the second set? Nathan looked really strong. Heian, do you know why your uncle is so great? What are you talking about? You got your arm cut off in the first set. Your physical abilities might match up, but compared to throw, clone is. Ho ho. You don't trust your uncle. Watch and learn. I'll show you how I completely dismantle Nathan. Starting countdown. My goodness, he looks so kind and good-mannered on the outside, but he changes completely when he picks up his weapon. Alright, in order to face Nathan after he splits in two, which ability should I amplify? Well, to be honest, the answer is already set. Amplify skill. Start. I used amplify, but I don't feel any different. Well, I'll know when I start fighting. Come at me, you rascal. Try your very best. He's fast. But I can dodge it. Is that what you thought? The spear is accelerating. Kook. Bingo. If it was you, you might have been able to dodge the attack even if it changed its trajectory in the middle of its flight. But the other you that was further from the attack was definitely slow when moving. Because you were thinking, it's not attacking me. Yeah, I was thinking that. But that attack was definitely weird. That explosive acceleration in the middle. Among all the information I read about Seoman Yeep, there definitely has not been a single time that his spear accelerated by that much in empty air. How did that happen? TCH. I didn't expect him to have a hidden card even now. Let's create some distance for now. Close quarters combat will be difficult since I only have 30% aura left. Sheesh, your decision making is pretty good. Since your clone exploded, you're not egoing and chose to regroup with your teammates. As expected of a top player, you're smart. But it looks like you're pretty shocked after your clone was killed without you even using it. You took too much time to make your decision. With this, the second practice match is over, you punk. Aren't you playing in the third set? Reaper scans Paris Lumiere BC. No. What if I'm tired and want to stop now? Pardon, if you give me just one more chance. Even then, do you think you'll be able to win? How cocky for a young guy. Well, fine. This is your last chance. Start. Clone. Oh, using clone as soon as the game starts. Yeah. It's better than using it too late after trying to look cool for no reason. This is the last set. This is my last chance. To overcome that wall. Come at me, Reaper scans. Nathan Burner. Irregular attack tempo. Speed. Joint attacks with his clone. I've figured out everything that might be dangerous. Amplify skill. He's really tenacious. Impressive. It'll be dangerous if I turn my back to him. I need to keep moving to restrict the area I need to defend to within 180 degrees. Stopping will cause isolation. Attacks come from all directions. Keep moving. Only need to defend an area within 180 degrees. Gnaw away at Nathan's stamina and aura using the least amount of movement. Although you may be faster than me, you'll need to move much more than me if you want to hit my back. If you uselessly waste your stamina like that for a while, you'll never be able to catch me. Even then, he's catching up to me very quickly. As expected. How? Yeah, this is a team match, right? Let's shake his mental strength with this. Wait, why is Seoman Yeep here? Dodge. You create openings when your heart becomes impatient. Let's cause some trouble. I won't let you do that. He got past us. Alright, let's see if you can dodge this in midair. Sheesh, impressive as always. Well played. Well played. Thanks to you, I killed 2 people rather than 1. It was a good idea to dodge using each other as footholds, but is it worth it if you block your teammates' vision as well? You're so fast. Your team can't even see you. Be careful of what's behind you this time. How can this be? I thought he was just running away from Nathan, but he's been using his surroundings to restrict Nathan's movement. Not just that, but he's perfectly utilizing his attacks against Nathan right when an opportunity presents itself. That's right. Nathan must be feeling pretty impatient now. As expected of Seoman Yeep. Just whose side are you on? Something like that will be difficult. This is not a situation player Nathan can control. On top of that, That spearmanship, I don't know what happened in such a short amount of time, but he's been able to block all of Nathan's attacks easily. I must admit, it's incredible. The joint attacks by the two Nathans is at the level of a synthesized art form created with an enormous amount of effort from a genius that received the blessing of God. It's the result of constant practice to endlessly attack and move in perfect harmony. That joint attack is now being disrupted right before it starts, by counterattacking at the perfect timing. It's not something you can do just by seeing with your eyes. Seo Mun Yeep is definitely much slower than Nathan. There is only one possible reason: his perfect timing, that is at the level of precognition. I really want to show this to the tanks that are using shields as learning material. He's sticking to the basics, but it's perfect. When he feels that he's going to be isolated, he pulls an immediate hit and run. When an opportunity arises, he counters instantly. He's even wielding that shield like a weapon. Kook! Damn it, there's too much distance. I need to approach. Nathan was astonished. Only then did he realize that the man who saved humanity, the superhuman among superhumans, the immortal who returned alive after 17 years, now, it's 1v1 again, was Seo Mun Yeep. That was Seo Mun Yeep. Even so, until the end, I will fight without regrets, as expected of Seo Mun. It's my complete loss. You did pretty good as well. You're definitely stronger than Gerald Walker. Now I understand why that guy couldn't get into the top 3. Huh, you overpraise me. Alright, I'll give you a freebie. You should focus more on strength training. Strength training. Yeah, you'll become much better. Strength 83/95. He still has a bit until he reaches his strength limit. Understood, Seo Mun. Thank you for the Tate Super. You two fought excellently, especially Mr. Seo Mun. I was thinking that Nathan might be able to win, but as the match went on, you constricted his movements more and more. Just how did you read Nathan's movement even after he used clone? It was definitely tricky to respond to Nathan's irregular attack patterns. On top of that, his combo attacks with his clone would have been the results of his blood, sweat, and tears. But when my skill increased to 110 after using Amplify, I was able to face him. This is the only way to explain the situation. Probably, because I'm me. Thank you truly for joining today's training. It was fun for me too. I'll leave Heian's growth in your care until I visit next time. You don't have to worry. We're not planning on giving her a salary for free either. Sad Beck Heian, today. In all 3 practice matches, she wasn't able to get even a single kill. It was because after dying uselessly in the first match, she moved too safely to try and avoid that from happening again. Her final score was 1 assist in match 2 and 3 assists in match 3. It's fine, you brat. It's only a practice match, so don't be so down. That's right. I didn't do badly considering that it's my first time. Don't worry, uncle. I won't be upset because of something like that. I'll become an even greater player. Yeah, really? Good luck. I am Beck Jiho's daughter. I won't have to worry if she's this energetic. Seo Mun Yeop's niece. I can't help you anymore either. The 7 heroes are within my grasp. You need to do well, Heian. But what she's saying is a bit weird. I'll leave it at that. Now, I can finally be alone. I should go test that now. I'm curious. This improves ability when choosing a superpower. The results I got after amplifying were as I expected, and its effect was clear. Amplify skill. But I can't predict the results if I amplify a superpower. Heh. Let's see how much stronger it gets. Amplify Eyes of Analysis. Eyes of Analysis, amplified, you are able to analyze and visualize the talents and abilities of living creatures.